Breaking news! All your favorite sports leagues just came out in support of the Second Amendment and protecting your right to self-defense. Said no one ever. Yeah, who would have guessed it? The exact opposite just happened. Hi, I'm Ben, and you're watching the Minuteman Moment. Recently, we learned that all of your favorite sports leagues are fighting against us in Washington, D.C. The NFL, NHL, MLB, NCAA, MLS, NBA, and even NASCAR are all just came out in support of gun control. Specifically, the reauthorization of the Undetectable Firearms Act. Now, why can't sports leagues just stick to entertainment? It's sad to see these organizations putting politics and their anti-gun ideology over the fans like this. Gun owners just want to protect themselves, their families, and their loved ones, and enjoy a good game. Gun Owners of America has been working with Congress to defeat the expansion or permanent reauthorization of the Undetectable Firearms Act. And here's what the sports leagues had to say about that. We write to express our strong support for the reauthorization of the Undetectable Firearms Act. Let's dive into the rest of this letter. Both parties in Congress have long recognized the importance and effectiveness of the UFA, as the law has been reauthorized on a bipartisan basis 3 times in its 35-year existence. We urge you to reauthorize this critical law so that our organizations can continue to keep our fans safe. They really like the, well, we've always done it this way kind of logic. That's exactly what we're trying to stop. This is not your grandpa's Undetectable Firearms Act. We know the Biden administration has weaponized the definition of frame and receiver to ban guns. That definition also affects the Undetectable Firearms Act. Now that we know that this statute can be weaponized into a ban on guns with major plastic components, is the NFL or NASCAR trying to help rectify any of these problems with the statute? Nope. They're just going to continue to fearmonger about the total non-threat of criminals and terrorists using plastic guns to commit crimes. Allowing the UFA to sunset would hinder our ability to prevent firearms from entering stadiums and arenas and reduce the fan safety measures in place at our events. Hey, sports leagues, do you know that plastic firearms were invented in 2014, right? Since then, all a criminal or terrorist would have to do is ignore the Undetectable Firearms Act by not epoxying metal to the frame, and they would have a scary plastic gun, right? Well, believe it or not, criminals and terrorists have been committing crimes in the US in the past decade, but they're not choosing fully plastic or 3D printed guns. How do we know that this law hasn't stopped anyone? Well, we've searched every criminal indictment, prosecution, and conviction since the 1990s, and no one has ever been charged, let alone convicted, of violating the Undetectable Firearms Act. Undetectable firearms are a non-problem. What is a problem is the way that President Biden could weaponize the UFA into a massive gun ban. And let's be honest, if these sports leagues were so concerned about some psycho taking a 3D printed gun through their security, then all they would need to do is upgrade whatever scanners are lacking to the right modern technology. Millimeter wave scanners and other modern detection devices can detect non-metals, such as plastic guns. And common metal detectors like this Garrett hand scanner can easily detect metal weighing far less than the archaic 3.7 ounces of metal requirement from the 1980s. Hey, NFL, MLB, NASCAR, and all you other sports leagues, read the Second Amendment. It says, shall not be infringed. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out our social media below.